Okay, I'm not moving it. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Artichoke Music. Are there any people who are here for the first time? Oh, I love this. We love it when you find us because this is a really special room, as you'll hear, and we get really special performers that maybe couldn't play anywhere else in Portland, so it happens a lot. A couple of things you should know. We are a nonprofit, so you know what that means. About this time of year, we start asking for money if you know anybody with deep pockets. Also, we are live streaming tonight, so if you want to turn your phones off, when you get home, you can look this show up on our YouTube channel. So you just search Artichoke Music on the YouTube, Artichoke Music live stream. It'll come right up so you can enjoy it again. Also, we have 3 restrooms in the building. We have one here. You probably don't want to use it during the show. That's your choice. You won't be on, yeah, anyway. And the other one, on the other side of this wall, there's a music store, and there's a bathroom in the back of that. There's also one up the stairs if you want to get your steps in. A couple really quick things. We're having a fundraiser next week, a telethon fundraiser, and we have 3 different acts, one of whom, Richard Colombo and his husband Jim, used to own Artichoke for 10 years. They're playing. And Lloyd Jones, if you know anything about the blues world, he's kind of a big deal. And Woodlander, who used to be in this iconic group that some of you are old enough you might remember. They were part of Wheatfield. It's in the Oregon Music Hall of Fame. Also, right when you walked in, there's some free donuts. And the reason we have free donuts, thank you, Gary, for buying them, our wonderful production director, is if you buy them through our link, we get half the money. So as a nonprofit, we try to patch all these little income streams together. So if you like those donuts, buy that. The other thing, if you like this show and you like the intimate listening room that you're in, please sign up for our mailing list because sometimes our mailing list people get to buy tickets before everybody else. If we know a show is going to be sold out, you get first dibs. Plus, we all get hit with so much social media, and how do we know where to go, and how did we miss that show? This is very targeted, and we do 16 to 20 shows a month. We have teen open mics. We have queer open mics. We're starting hip hop. God help me. We have Nightmare on Pal on the 30th. So we're a lot of acoustic singer-songwriter, but we are expanding our genres because people my age don't go out that much anymore. So we have to find other things. Although we do have afternoon shows twice a month for people who don't want to drive at night. Anyway, that's enough about me talking, but all this stuff's important. Tonight we're going to do 2 separate sets. So the first set will be Sadie Gustafson-Zook, and she's going to play for us. And I was listening to their Spotify, both of them today, and this is just going to be phenomenal. So let's welcome Sadie.
Yes. I've been trying recently to just let things happen. In the past I had a plan and I stuck to it fervently. But with every new decision I am finding that I've been wrong, and with every wrong decision I get closer to me. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know what is best for me. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I was living with assumptions about how I was to love. I was flailing, I was failing at finding one to hold. I've been rooting through my memories, searching for a new meaning, and with every wrong decision I get closer to me. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know what is best for me. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I kept writing sad songs to try to process what went wrong. How I couldn't seem to choose a man or keep one very long. Each tune had possibility, but nothing that would stick. And with every wrong decision, I get closer to me. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know what is best for me. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It is easy to assume that this is just a phase of life. It seems appropriate that I'm questioning at only 25. But I can't indulge the sin of certainty that was so strong. And with every wrong decision, I get closer to me. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know what is best for me. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I want. Maybe I don't know.
Thank you.
It's great to be here. Hi, I'm Sadie Gustafson-Zook. Portland is like my top city on Spotify, so I don't know if that's because of some of you guys, but I really appreciate it. That first song was from my 2022 album called Sin of Certainty, and I kind of came up with the title because in college I took a class where we talked about the grace of uncertainty, which is kind of like the idea that you have to hold a little bit of space when you're trying to like connect with other people for the acknowledgement that you might not have the whole entire picture. Like if you think that you already come in with all of the truth, then you aren't going to be able to hear anything that they say that conflicts with what you're thinking. And so I thought like grace of uncertainty is a cool idea, but the sin of certainty sounds way better. And so I wrote that song and I named the album Sin of Certainty. But I was finding that like to me, the grace of uncertainty, that feels like when interacting with other people. And the sin of certainty felt a little bit more like personal, like the ways that I was seeing myself and evolving, that those were the ways that I needed to hold a little bit of space to understand that I might not actually have the full picture even about myself. And so I think a lot of my songs kind of come out of that place, but I'm gonna do another one. It's called Anyone. You are walking down the street carrying groceries, and each person who passes by you sees a different version of you carrying groceries. They are sitting in their cars going somewhere, and in between there could be anyone, but you just see a driver in a car. And you
front porch. You hear a mockingbird singing a chorus, repeating all of the songs that it's heard, and it seems to know all of the words. Each time your life starts over, you are piled with choices. You have decor but don't know where to put it, how to make it make sense all together. And you can sing any song you want to, and you can use any hues that you choose. You can walk anywhere you want to, and you can be anyone. Ooh.
So I wrote that song when I was living in Nashville for a few short months. I didn't like it very much. And part of the reason why I didn't like it was that Nashville's not walkable at all. And I lived in the suburbs, and with the traffic, it was like a full hour to get into town where everything was happening. And the other thing that was happening is that, well, this is a live streamed event, so actually let me think about this a little bit. Yeah, the roommate situation was not, like, perfect. I've lived in group housing situations before, and maybe I don't have a good perception of actually how I am in those situations, but I think I'm okay at it. Perhaps I was not, maybe I was being a more passive communicator than I'm used to, but in this situation, there was one small mishap where I was, I had been confronted by a roommate who was like, Sadie, have you been using our cumin? And I was like, yeah, absolutely I have. And they were like, the cumin is not shared. And I was like, okay, screw this, I'm out, I'm moving into my car. So I wrote this song.
I want a dog 'cause I want a dog to be on my team. I want a team 'cause I don't have a lover. I want a team more than I want a lover or a dog, though one could lead to the other. I wanna be around people, I wanna stay at home, I wanna make money being around people but at home. I want a bigger space in my room. I wanna feel like my space is an extension of the world outside my window. The world will be my room. I want a dog or a lover because I want them to shave away at the number of decisions I have to make for myself. I want them to make these choices for me, because if I knew all the choices I do indeed have, it would be so overwhelming, 'cause I am too powerful, too vast for this one life.
Well, can you raise your hand if you were in the Portland Lesbian Choir? Yay! Oh my gosh! This is so exciting.
The person who sang Leave In More has a migraine.
Oh, no.
For her, she couldn't come.
Well, does she know about the live stream?
Well,
Because I'm about to sing Lean In More.
well, I think she's going to have to catch it on YouTube. She's not responding to my text, and I'm not texting anymore because I want to listen to you.
Wow. Well, thank you for your diligence. I appreciate it. I was approached about a year ago by an email from the Portland Lesbian Choir, and I was like, they were like, we want to sing your song Lean In More. And I texted my Aunt Gail. I was like, Gail, did you do this? And Gail was like, no. And then I found out it was none other than childhood friend of mine who suggested it. Wow, I was like so chuffed. I thought that was so, so sweet. Because the theme of the concert, I think, was love. Oh, love who you love. And that is what this song is about. So this is Lean In More.
I've never known such compassion as I've felt within your arms. You're surprising me with the things I feel that I never felt before. You have listening ears and you yearn to hear all I have to say, even when I am unsure. You lean in more. I have never known such a tenderness as I feel when you're around. You seem confident that the time we spend is like time on holy ground. And I don't know how you could know by now that I would be worth it and you would not feel bound, but I feel found. And last night I cried when I heard a girl talk about her love. She let go of her fear, and it reminded me of you. She leaned into. I've never known such a certainty that I'm okay in a pair. Perfect things you do make me laugh at who I wasted love on out there. And if I hadn't met you and I never knew the way your soft eyes would melt into my face, face, that'd be a disgrace. And you are just who I need. You are my speed, and you are my muse, and I'm constantly reminded of you. You lean into.
There's a really cute water stain on this right now. It looks like it's like an emoji that has two eyes and like a. I wish I could show you. Oh, I have a better idea. Okay. So, actually, this one doesn't need any introduction. I have a memory of being 13, and the boys didn't like me, or the ones I liked couldn't see me, or they could see me, but they didn't like me 'cause they were gay. I have a memory of wondering why the guys I felt such kinship with couldn't see me as someone to make out with, even though I'd be into it. And you are bringing this up in me. I know my memories are in the past, and I don't want to assume that this also applies to you. There could be some other reason you don't see me. There could be someone else. You could be going through a crisis in mental health or any other number of things, but there's one that consistently rings true for me. And you are bringing that up in me. So if you're gay, that's okay, 'cause I can confidently say I am also persuaded in a gay way. It doesn't need to keep us apart. Gender is a construct of our society. So at the risk of sounding like a homophobe, I just want to make sure you are sure you've deconstructed your perception of gender, and even after that, there remains an undeniable fact that you don't like me. Then you are bringing this up in me. You are bringing this up in me. Thank you. I do have stickers, brand new bumper stickers for this very occasion that say, "Persuaded in a gay way, Sadie Gustafson-Zook." And they have the lesbian colors, even though it's kind of more of a bisexual song. So do with that what you will. So I think that this is a nice way to get into this next song of mine, which is kind of about feeling grateful for your younger self and feeling like sometimes in adulthood you kind of move away from this childhood intuition that you have. And then you sometimes wonder, well, where did that go and how can I get back to it? And in this specific story, I'm talking about someone who I had a little thing with when I was young. And the way that, oh gosh, I'm just trying to be concise, but I don't think it's going to be concise. So basically, we had a whatever. The song will tell the story, but his wife reached out to me like a couple of years ago and was like, "Hey, it's his birthday and everybody's writing him letters. Can you write him a letter?" And I was like, "Yeah, definitely." And so I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna write him a letter. What am I gonna say? I don't know. We really only had this, like, the majority of our thing was like that we were together for maybe 1 month, a long time ago. But it was a very influential month, and and it really made an impact on me. And so I wrote to him and just said, like, "Hey, thank you for being so great when we were like little, and like I'm just grateful for it." And turns out I actually already wrote a song about it, and this is the name of the song. You can look it up if you want. And he wrote back to me, which I thought was so sweet, and he said, "This is so nice to hear. I thought that I was like being really crazy at that time, and I felt like bad about the way I showed up, but it sounds like you also felt kind of weird about the way you showed up, and we're all just like really grateful for this cute time that we had together, and actually I've heard that song and I love it." And it was just so nice to know that, like, you know, I could be vulnerable and he could also be like, yeah, the feeling's mutual, even though like we've moved on, obviously, but just so sweet. So anyway, this is Girl on My Shoulder. It's a strange thing to realize that he would have made a nice one to hold when we're old and we're wrinkled. It's a nice thing to think about how I knew he was always worth my time, though we tried and it didn't work out. When I was younger, I knew myself and knew what I deserved. When I was younger, I trusted myself to act on what I observed. Now that I'm older, I could use a little bit of that girl on my shoulder. It's a joyful thing to know he found the love that he deserved. He's not cursed by my uncertainty. It's a wonder to see him hold a babe, see the love light in his eyes as he cries, as he used to do. When I was younger, I knew myself and knew what I deserved. When I was younger, I trusted myself to act on what I observed. Now that I'm older, I could use a little
sad girl on my shoulder.
Thanks. Okay, well, so what are all the things I want to tell you? I'm coming out with some new music soon, kind of this whole fall. I'm not going to play any of those songs because they're downers. But if anybody's going through a breakup, so besides that, thank you all for coming. This is so sweet. Me and Jean didn't really know what to expect, and it's so lovely to have a full room in this town that I don't think I've played a proper show in Portland since a long time ago. So, thank you. You may look around and see a few people wearing a shirt that says Sin of Certainty, Sadie Gustafson-Zook. This is maybe the highest percentage of people ever wearing my shirt at a show. At 2. 2 people out of 50 or whatever. So that's awesome. And if you're interested, we do have merch in the back. I would love to chat with you and sell you my stuff. I made these new pins that say, maybe I don't know, with a happy shrug. So if you're into being happily a little confused, but it's fine, that pin might be for you. This next song is about the merch table, and I'll just let it speak for itself. There's something about the way I feel when I'm near you. Like I need to prove myself and you don't need to. In my mind you're already confident, secure. In my mind you feel steady, infamous and visible. It's hard to break the ice when I've decided you're too high. If we had met on the porch one summer night, I'd invite you in to have a bite. You and my roommate were friends from fiddle camp. By the stove, your reputation wouldn't be relevant. But instead, I'm standing here, merch side, post-show. At the front of the line, I let you know we have a few mutual friends. I drove an hour to your show. I'm begging you to validate my personhood, and I feel naked. Oh, it's hard to break the ice when I've decided you're too high. I heard you're shy. I don't need to feel bad. You are not above me. You're just
decided you're too high. It's hard to break the ice when I've decided you're too high. It's hard to break the ice when I've decided you're too high. Thanks.
Okay, I'm just gonna do a couple more for you guys, and then Jean Rowe is up, and you guys are in for an absolute treat. Me and Jean are on a tour down the West Coast, and I flippin' love Jean, and I love her music, and you guys are really lucky to be here. So before I totally end things, I want to do, whoops, whatever. I want to do a sing-along that you don't know yet, and so the part you're gonna sing starts on this note, and we're gonna do some chromatic movement, which means like little tiny steps. We're gonna go, well, yeah, I won't even, well, let's start with the notes, and then we can get the words if you want, but it doesn't really matter. So it'll be, so let's try that. And then we'll come back down. And we'll do that one more time. Yeah, you sound great. I will be singing something else during that, but you sounded really confident, so I don't think we need to run it.
I know it's been a while since I even had to figure out how to speak my mind. We're driving in a car, we're sharing one life for 23 or more days at a time. So let's talk it out and cry about it, not turn into stone. Talk it out and cry about it, can't do this alone.
Let's do that one more time.
Talk it out and cry about it, not turn into stone. Talk it out and cry about it, can't do this alone.
Great. If you haven't discovered this by now, this song is about healthy communication skills on tour.
I heard they wonder if we're friends or secret lovers on the internet. I gotta say the way we interact is bringing back dormant feelings from my past. Adrenaline I haven't had to deal with for a moment, but now it's back. So let's talk it out and cry about it, not turn into stone. Talk it out and cry about it, can't do this alone. Again. So we talk it out and cry about it, can't turn into stone. Talk it out and cry about it, can't do this alone.
Last line. We can't do this alone. Whoa. I just meant, We can't do this alone. Give yourself a round of applause. This is reminding me of when I teach things and my expectations are very high and everyone's like, what? And then I don't fully explain it. But you guys did great. Okay, just crowdsourcing question before I end my set. If I had taught you the lyrics, do you think that would have made it make more sense or less sense? Let's do more sense. Raise your hand. Okay, awesome. All right, it's been great being with you tonight. My name's Sadie Gustafson-Zook, and I'm going to end things on a song about excellent people from the Midwest who just make me proud and make me want to be more like them. Nicole weaves a basket in the back row, Willow in tow, Brittany Green, let the hands keep busy, nourish the soul. It only takes one person to show how to be someone overgrown. It only takes one person, you know, to show how to be someone overgrown. Michigan kid frolics with the winter, Finnish culture, chasing cold dips, plunging in the nighttime, neck deep in ice. It only takes one person to show how to be someone overgrown. It only takes one person, you know, to show how to be someone overgrown. Midwest queen with Renaissance paintings, green colored floor in a Rust Belt way, shining and unearthing the charms at the core. It only takes one person to show how to be someone overgrown. It only takes one person, you know, to show how to be someone overgrown. Knowing who they are so raw, it echoes from the look on their face. Knowing what they want so wild, it blossoming from any empty space. Knowing their own joy so thick, it oozes out wherever they go. Knowing how to love so deep, I felt it now, so now I know. So now I Thanks so much. Thank you.
Just a reminder, don't forget about the mailing list. You know, there's a lot of really great stuff going on. So before you walk out, and I also put some flyers out for the donut promotion because, you know, you might have meetings you're going to or kids coming over. I know, you just never know when you need a Krispy Kreme. Anyway, wow, what a wonderful night of music. You know, first set was great. Thank you, Sadie. And I know a lot of you came here to see Jean also, and I've never heard her live before, neither one of these folks. So let's hear Jean Rohe.
Thanks so much. I come from Brooklyn, New York, where one night some years ago, at like 3 in the morning, the following melody could be heard wafting up to the 2nd floor on Pacific Street, a little block between New York and Brooklyn Avenues. And it went, ooh. And you can do that too. Ooh. That's nice. Sadie warmed you up with that chromatic thing, and now you're all like, me, 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 me. Ooh. Some people like their alcohol, they drink too much, and then they call their gods as they walk down Pacific Street. They stop beneath your window where they laugh too loud, and they pull their hair in anguish, 'cause the world has made them weak. But mysteriously last night, through the window came a street lamp light, and with it came a singing voice so sweet. The moon, the stars, the autumn air, some other drug, I don't know or care, but there she was. She sang angelically. Lesbian choir and anyone else if you want to add some harmonies. Ooh, hell yeah. No secrets here. I like to drink. I stay up late and I start to think of all the other places I could be. In Edmonton or Bamako, somebody's mom, or all alone, a farmer or a seahorse out to sea. Any memories of home start to sink beneath the barley foam and swim around somewhere where I can't see. Then I'm unsure where I belong, and all that's left is a wordless song that bounces off the brick walls back to me. That's long and sweet, and each day rife with boundless whimsical cacophony. And I will fall for other men and leave for good, or come back again, chaotic and unlikely symphony. But this moment, all that's true is a song I hear. You hear it too. It rouses us from sleep into a dream. For just a while we feel the ground. Our lives are joined, aware of sound, a matrimony made by melody. Oh, thank you all so much. That was some real sweet singing. I sensed that we could have continued in that vein, just oohing into the night all night long. Okay, maybe there will be more where that came from later on in the set. Noted. Well, like Shelley said, my name is Jean Rohe. And I'm so delighted to be here. Thank you all for coming out. It's just really great to see so many folks and to be together. I'm going to play a song called Where I'm Coming From, and this song is not about Brooklyn. It's not about North Jersey, my land of birth, but it's more about the broader culture that raised me. And so this is my story, but well, you'll listen. You'll see if it's your story, too. I come from people who came from nothing, the huddled masses on the shore. They came from wars and they came from suffering, came sailing through her golden door. I come from people who miss their homelands and friends forever left behind. I come from people hungry for something, people with freedom on their minds. I come from people who came to work hard, miners and dockers on the shore. They worked in the steel mills or in the shipyard, or locked behind the sweatshop doors. I come from people taunted and spit on, their bodies chewed up in the grind. I come from anarchists, I come from socialists, the suffering of Jesus on their minds. Oh, dream of America. Oh, how the dream wears thin once your ship comes in America. I come from people who felt American, who fought and died on distant shores. And though they weren't yet, they learned a secret, that being white could open doors. So I come from people who left their language, who changed their names and got in line. I come from people who don't remember becoming Americans in America's mind. And I come from people who sank the lifeboats, who snuffed her torch when they came ashore, who turned a country into a fortress with stony walls that have no door. Oh, and I come from people who who saw their dreams bloom just as their fears made them go blind. These people made me, oh, they complicate me. They're weighing heavy on my mind. Oh, dream of America. Oh, how the dream wears thin once your ship comes in America. Thanks. Man, I was remembering while I was playing that how much, when I wrote it, I was thinking of Woody Guthrie, who is depicted all over this place, as he should be, and just like, wow, what a special person. So great to have people's history of this country through the eyes of that writer and champion of the people and person who himself evolved through his life. Anyway, I was just like holding his image in my heart as I was trying to write that tune with humility. All right. Do we have any inner critics in the audience tonight? Are those chuckles of recognition or? Okay, you don't have to out yourself by raising your hand, but I wrote this song after somebody like gave me some Brene Brown book. I don't even remember what it is, but she writes about just, I don't know, shame and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh, come on, give me a break. I don't want to read this shit. But I did, and gave me a good new perspective and caused me to feel the need to exercise this voice. And so I think every time I play it, it's like getting me nearer to a little more peace with that inner critic. It's called Never Enough. It's never enough, is it? It's just never good enough. I do my very best to keep you satisfied, and I think maybe this time I'll get it right. Maybe we can celebrate and stuff, but just wanna get you and I can see that it isn't good enough, isn't good enough. No, 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 no. It's never enough, is it? It's just never fast enough. Don't dawdle now, my dear, or you'll be left behind. Oh, so I pick up the pace, I pick it up, and I rough it up, we're playing rough. Still I find my toes are on the starting line, and you've left me in the dust, 'cause I'm never good enough. No, I'm never ever good enough. How I hide, how I hide, how I, oh yeah, but there. How I hide, how I hide, how I, oh yeah, but there. got you in my mind. Don't you know? Every waking minute of the day, and it's laying me low, suffocating me blue in the face. It's a game that can't be won. Still you say, try again, babe, that was fun. I should really call your bluff, but I can't seem to get enough. I'm never enough for you. And so there's never enough for me. Still somehow you thought that I would stick around and around and around, but you say there's never enough money, not enough time or love or joy. Well, hey, that's tough, 'cause frankly, dear, my patience is in short supply, and I have had enough. I have had enough. Well, you know I've had enough. Thanks. I've been writing a collection of songs about my dad called 74 Corridor. 74, of course, designating the bus line upon which I grew up in North Jersey. New Jersey Transit, number 74, starts in Paterson, where I was born, and goes all the way down to Newark and passes through a lot of places that were significant in my dad's life. And yeah, my dad died a few years back, but I've been trying to tell this story through songs that give the shape of his life through my eyes and my understanding, not in chronological order, but from north to south along this bus route. My dad lived and died in that place, and yeah, I don't know. The land means a lot, even when it's covered with concrete and asphalt and stuff, as much of it is in North Jersey. This is a song that takes place in Passaic, New Jersey, and it's called Passenger. Yeah, I think that's all you need to know. Main Street, Wednesday after nap time. A little girl is riding high, surveying all her wealth and lands, the pawn shop, the candy store, the quick stop, and Wayne's garage, where men with tats and tans wave back with greasy hands. The afternoon bows down before her highness, a queen without a crown, a passenger on his shoulders. Taller, he makes her taller, and she makes him shine like a suit of armor, that little one. Jeanette's store, it smells like nowhere else. There's a honey nut bar with little crunchy seeds. They sing a song before they leave. Pass a can in a paper bag to small hands. There's beer inside, but there's no alcohol, so he let her drink it all. The men inside the synagogue are praying. She wants to stay in here, but she's a passenger, passenger on his shoulders. Farther, he takes her farther. Ooh, and she makes him shine like a suit of armor, that little one. Returning home, there's a stranger on the porch in front of their house, holding his hand out. I gotta get to Lodi. Do you have some change to spare? 3 buses and I'm trying to make fare. I gotta make fare. Backseat, she's all strapped in and staring. The world goes by in a never-ending blur. Nobody bows to her. The stranger is talking, and then Dad speaks so faintly over the rusty Mustang's roar. He says, I've been there before. They drop the stranger off, and it gets quiet. She knows she shouldn't talk, 'cause she is a passenger, passenger. And he's protecting her. Yeah, he's protecting her. Or is she protecting him? Little suit of armor, little one. I haven't put out any records under my name in quite a few years. I've been doing stuff with other projects and, I don't know, just like writing a ton of songs that I then haven't been recording. But what can I tell you? Well, there's a record back there that just came out last week with a band called Eureka Shoes, some neighbors in Brooklyn, and really great musicians and songwriters, and it's a little bit of a collective thing. And so a few of my songs are on that, and I'm singing and playing guitar with them. And then, well, this next song that I'm going to play, I just released for people who are subscribing to my stuff. You've heard of Patreon, perhaps. I have a little thing that's not Patreon, but it's the same idea, but I set it up myself, so Patreon doesn't take my money. Yeah, I'm finishing the album of which this will be a part when I get back home. But I recorded this song with a bass player and drummer I work with a lot, and also string quartet, really imaginative arrangements. And it's very cool. And an animator created a really beautiful hand-drawn music video for this song. It's a whole lot, and it won't be available to the general public for a while. So if you really can't wait to hear this and other songs like Passenger, they're all in the archive, and you can also download my whole catalog of recorded music too. So anyway, it's a thing to consider. There's some little cards over there about it. End of commercial break. I was supposed to be in Asheville, North Carolina last weekend, and I was not there after all because of this hurricane thing. And so sending my heart out to those folks, and also just kind of I wrote this song about grief of realizing that a relationship is just going to keep being hard in a lot of the same ways, and how to make peace with that. And the grief of realizing that there are some things that have happened to this planet that are not going to be reversed. And just mourning that even as we continue to work for what can be saved. Waking up in the heavy heat, delirious, twisted, sweaty sheets. It's too hot to touch you, and anyway we went to bed so mad. The fan moves the air like it's super glue, drowns out the sounds outside this room, the twisters and floods and the hurricane, while the storm roars against my heart's window pane. Oh, oh, this is some new weather, love. Fire season never was this severe, was 100-year storm every 100 years, and our home used to shelter our dreams and our fears when the tempest came to call. But now we cycle through our arguments round and around till they don't make sense. The cyclones grow more intense and the smoke chokes out the stars. Some new weather, love. I'm scared it's much too late. I wanna make it better, but I don't know how. Is this what summer's gonna look like now? Whoa. A wind vane spins on an old fence rail. You are the arrow, I am the tail. We circle each other in an ashen gale and recall a greener world. Too much water, not enough for this inferno. Oh my love, oh my love. Oh, oh, this is some new weather, love. Oh, oh, this is some new weather, love. I'm scared it's much too late. I wanna make it better, but I don't know how. Is this what summer's gonna look like now? Oh, 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 oh. You guys doing all right? Okay. Yeah. All right. There's a variety of emotions going on. A variety of all rightness. Well, I'd love for you to be all right enough to hear a couple new tunes. Pretty weird stuff, new tunes. It's like, I haven't played this material in front of people. So we're like getting acquainted with each other in front of it's It's like being at the zoo or something. This whole thing. A little while back, I was just getting a lot of phone calls from people that I had, or emails through my website, etc., from people that I had known a long time ago and were looking for me. And they were asking things like, you know, what was I like back when I was happy? What was I like back before children were climbing on my head? What was I like before I made this crazy decision to do this really stupid job that I feel stuck in? What was it like back? Anyway, and I was like, why are all these people I was friends with in middle school or whatever, why are they asking me to help them with their crisis of quarter life, midlife, whatever's going on? And I realized that for some reason they were under the false impression that I had a frickin' clue what I'm doing. And so this is kind of trying to, I'm really happy with my life. But, you know, I also am like, this is not a way to live. Stop right there, say no more. I got a pretty good idea. Why you come round tonight, knocking at my door? You're in a slump, you're in a rut. Thought maybe I could pick you up. 'Cause I was around in a time of joy, but you only barely recollect. But based on my face, it seems I still have my connect. The good old days goods, could I hook you up, give you a taste, fill your cup? You say you like what I got, baby, I'll give you some. What do you now? Then you wanna become. Yours is a reasonable need. And who would I be to turn you down? Even after you spurned me for the rules I didn't heed, well, I let it go. Forgive and forget is a policy that hasn't failed me yet. Just say you like what I got, baby, I'll give you some. What do you not? Then you wanna become. Oh, yeah. What do you wanna be? I didn't get it from a book, didn't get it from a guidebook, no. If I seem happy to you, didn't get it from a sage, didn't get it from a guru. If I seem happy to you, oh, you should have seen me crying, should have seen me crying, should have seen me crying into the night. Oh, can't you hear me crying, can't you hear me crying? Am I gonna be alright, gonna be alright, gonna be, am I gonna be alright? No, no, no. Ooh, I'm a bodega with a neon sign. Open, 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 can't switch it off. I didn't put it there, I'm not sure that it's mine. But when the bell jingles on the opening door and the scratch-off tickets start to pile on my floor, complain. The kids steal my candy, the drunks keep my change, but nobody thinks to involve the police, 'cause the good stuff's in back, and there's dirt and there's grease, and I'm losing my mind and I'm losing my lease, and I'm bursting with joy in a world without peace, 'cause I got what I got, and then some. Yeah, how could I not be the person I become? You say you like what I got, well, honey, come and get some. The coffee is hot, and I know where you're coming from. I know you. 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 I know you.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, Sadie and I have been listening to podcasts in the car and talking about periods and, you know, just things you do with your friends. We listened to Miranda July talk about her book All Fours today. I don't know if anyone's read that, but I'm reading it. Sadie has read it. Anyway, you know, like sex and sexuality in the car. And well, I'm going to play this really weird song. You know what? I'm going to let you decide what this song is. The song is called Wild Swans, and it's named after an Alice Munro short story, also called White Swans. Has anyone read it? No, this is a music crowd, not the literary crowd. That's okay. What's that? I read something called that. Oh, okay. Right on. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to characterize the whole group in one certain way. Yes, this song describes something about desire and the murkiness of consent in a way that I've never quite seen before. It feels very true, at least in my reading of it. The internet, turns out after I wrote this song, I realized other people think this story is saying something really different. Anyway, has nothing to do with this song. I froze a moment of the story in which the main character is asking, is it a hand? Is it a hand? Many times. Is this a hand where the hem meets the skin? Is it a hand or a hallucination? Is it a hand? Is this a hand or an embarrassing mistake to be ignored as long as one can take it? Or is it a hand? If this is a hand, does it belong to a body? A body of a man. Is this a hand tampering with the sacred locks, unlatching the forbidden box? Could it be a hand? Is Is it casting him out? Well, if this is a hand, is it pointing, pointing? What's it pointing to? Is this a hand that caresses? A hand that controls? Is it a hand full of quarters or bullets or gold? Is it a hand with a housework? A hand for the band? Is it a hand in the plot? Is it a hand? Is it a hand? And do I want it? I don't. I do. I want it. I don't know. If I want it, I won't know. Would I know if I want it? Is it pushing me down? Is it helping me stand? Is it a monster or a man? Is it a hand? Is it a hand? Is this a hand or a flock of wild swans? What a thrill to see them rise together, and what a relief when they're gone. Thanks. Thank you. I just got a couple more tunes for you. This song is this is a song about the real life thing that happened to me, and like every night I dedicate this to people who make sure that folks who need or want an abortion can get it safely, easily, and that access made a big difference in my own life and my own mind. And I've been thinking a lot about how there's this like my body, my choice thing that people say, which is helpful for framing an argument when it comes to this sort of the point of the spear of the political question, like what do we believe in, and how do we take care of each other and make sure that the politicians we vote for are like doing what they're supposed to do to take care of people. But then, on the deeper, more nuanced level, it's like our bodies are not our choices. Like a lot of the time, we become pregnant when we don't want to. We might not be able to become pregnant. When we do, we get sick and die. And these are not choices most people are hoping for and making. And when so much is out of our control, it seems useful to know what is and to be able to have that power in our own lives. This song is called Animal. I make a garden for our kitchen, start the seeds indoors in March. I warm them and water until they sprout, take them outside after the frost. All the morning glory is beautiful, but it strangles the tomatoes and the chives. So I pull the weeds to save the vegetables. It's the gardener who decides. Ooh, body of an animal. Ooh, power of a god. last time I played a tour in Oregon, I felt nauseous and my breasts were sore. I went to the Rite Aid in some mountain town and dodged the skater kids at the door. There was a protest down on Main Street, gory signs held by a man without a clue. I raged in the car as I called every clinic in every town I would be passing through. Ooh, body of an animal. Ooh, power of a god. Power of a god. When I finally got back to New York City, I went to the clinic on Bleecker Street. It didn't hurt and it wasn't that scary. Everybody was so kind to me. Then I stepped out into that April morning. I saw what was and what could have been. I threw my arms around my lover and I felt like myself again. Ooh, body of an animal. Ooh, power of a god. Oh, body of an animal. Power of a god. Power. 7 months later, I sat in a hospital, helplessly watching as my father died. I called out for mercy, kindness, a miracle, but I don't always get to decide. Oh, the morning glory is beautiful, but it strangles the tomatoes and the chives. So I pull the weeds to save the vegetables, at least till winter time. Thank you so much. How about another round of applause for Sadie Gustafson-Zook? And a big thank you to the Artichoke and everybody who made this show possible today. This place is obviously very special. I heard something about, deep pocket donations. I don't see why not. The song is from deep in the back catalog, but it is election season. I know everyone's so excited for that. Can't wait. I thought it might feel good to sing this song together, so you're invited to join if you feel like you would like to. It's a national anthem for the United States of America, which has some fans here. Some people already know this particular anthem, not the Star-Spangled Banner. This one is about not the War of 1812. It's about the future that we get to create together and all of our aspirations that we can enact if we choose to. And it goes like this. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voice voices from the fire. So it's a lot of words, but some of them are in the U.S. Constitution, so you know those already. And it starts with, arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. That's great. It'll come around like that. Atlantic and Pacific flow, the Great Lakes and the Gulf of Mexico, the land between sustains us all to cherish it, our tireless call. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. We're native people here before, we're migrants from a distant shore. We came by force, we came by will, at the auction block or the darkened mill. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. We died in your fields and your factories, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees, with an old coat hanger in a room somewhere, a trail of tears, an electric chair. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. And our great responsibility to be guardians of our liberty, till tyrants bow to the people's dream, and justice flows like a mighty stream. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. Yeah, I do. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. Arise, arise, I see the future in your eyes. To a more perfect union we aspire, and lift our voices from the fire. Thank you all so much. My name's Jean Rohe. Come say hello. We'll see you again soon.